Sodium, the invisible hero. Everything you need to know about the forgotten element. Basic knowledge. Sodium is an essential mineral and an important electrolyte in the human body. Here is some important information about sodium. Functions of sodium in the body. Sodium is important for maintaining fluid balance in the body. It plays a crucial role in regulating water balance and blood pressure. Sodium is involved in nerve conduction and muscle contraction. Electrical signals in nerve cells and muscle cells are transported by sodium ions. It is also important for the absorption of nutrients by cells and the regulation of acid-base balance in the body. Sources of sodium. Sodium occurs naturally in many foods, especially salty foods such as salt, pickled vegetables, sausages, cheese, and processed foods. It is also present in smaller amounts in foods such as dairy products, meat, fish, vegetables and fruits. Daily requirement of sodium. Daily sodium needs vary depending on individual health and activity level. The recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for sodium is typically about 2.3 grams per day for adults. People with certain health conditions such as high blood pressure, heart failure or kidney problems may need to limit their sodium consumption to support their health. Health effects of sodium deficiency. A sodium deficiency can lead to symptoms such as fatigue, muscle weakness, headaches, nausea and confusion. Severe sodium deficiency can lead to life-threatening conditions such as hyponatremia, which can result in seizures, coma, and even death. Health effects of excess sodium. Excessive sodium intake can lead to high blood pressure, hypertension, which increases the risk of cardiovascular diseases such as stroke, heart attack and heart failure. High sodium intake can also lead to water retention in the body and increase the risk of edema and fluid retention. Conclusion. Sodium is an essential mineral that is crucial for many physiological functions in the body. A balanced diet rich in natural, unprocessed foods can help control sodium consumption and support optimal health. People with certain health conditions may need to monitor their sodium intake and consult their doctor if necessary to support their health. The most common sodium deficiency symptoms. The body's alkaline and acid balance is disturbed. Drop in blood pressure, vomit, dysfunction of muscles and nerves, heat stroke and sunstroke, headache, muscles and nerves damaged, muscle pain, nausea, digestion of carbohydrates is difficult, states of confusion, water shift into the cell interior. Which foods contain sodium? Baking powder, meat, smoked, brain, table salt, mineral water, kidney, olives, contains 2.1 grams sodium 100 g, rice, contains 1 gram sodium 100 g, salami, contains 1.64 grams sodium 100 g, sliced cheese, contains 1.4 grams sodium 100 g, bacon, sausages. Which herbs contain sodium? Basil. Dosage. Regarding the intake, it is essential to consult a doctor to discuss the necessity and dosage and to perform a blood test. Be careful not to salt if you have high blood pressure. Sodium dosage is not usually specifically recommended because sodium is usually adequately consumed through food and supplementation is usually not necessary. Most people get more than enough sodium through their regular diet, especially from consuming processed foods, which are often high in sodium. Because sodium is an essential electrolyte in the body, Dosage is expressed in terms of sodium consumption guidelines rather than dosage recommendations for sodium supplements. The recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for sodium is typically about 2.3 grams per day for adults. This recommendation may vary depending on individual health conditions. It is important to note that many people in developed countries already consume more sodium than is recommended for optimal health. Excessive sodium consumption can lead to health problems such as high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, and kidney disease. If sodium supplementation is still necessary, it should be done under medical supervision, especially in individuals with certain health conditions such as sodium deficiency or electrolyte imbalance. In such cases, the doctor can provide individual recommendations on the dosage and intake of sodium supplements to support optimal health. Smoothie recipe for sodium deficiency. Parsley burner with sage and basil. 1/2 bunch of curly parsley, fresh. 80 grams ripe bananas. 4 small kiwis. 190 grams apples. 25 grams lemon juice, freshly squeezed. 30 grams orange juice, freshly squeezed. 250 grams mineral water, long life. 2 tablespoons of sage. 3 tablespoons basil. Put everything together in the blender and then enjoy in a glass. Recipe: vegetable rice with spices. Ingredients for 1 serving: 50 grams rice, 10 grams fat, corn oil, 40 grams peas, chilled vegetables, 1/4 tablespoon salt, 110 milliliters of water. Preparation: briefly steam the rice in hot fat. Pour water over it. Add peas and rice and steam on a low heat until the water has completely evaporated. Enjoy your meal. Your Daniela. Recipe: various vegetables in the oven. Ingredients for 1 serving: 200 grams frozen vegetables, depending on taste. 1/4 liter vegetable broth. 1/4 stock cube with 1/4 liter water. 50 milliliters yogurt. 1 egg. 25 grams cheese. Toast cheese. 1 pinch of pepper. 1 tablespoon of oregano. 1 pinch of salt. Preparation. Step 1. For the delicious gratin, preheat the oven to 200 degrees. Step 2. Boil the vegetable stock in a saucepan. Then add the frozen vegetables. Boil briefly. The vegetables must still be firm to the bite. Strain and put in a dish. Slowly mix the yacht, egg and spices and mix over the vegetables. Sprinkle the gratin with cheese and put in the oven for 20 minutes. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Serve the gratin on a plate and garnish with basil. Recipe: spicy vegetable soup with fried toast. Ingredients for 1 serving: 150 grams chilled vegetables, as desired. 1 liter of soup broth. 1/4 onion. 1 teaspoon oil. 1 slice of toast. 1 pinch of nutmeg. Marjoram. Thyme. Salt and pepper. 1 tablespoon butter. 1 pinch of herbs from Provence. Preparation. Step 1. Prepare the soup. In a large saucepan, sauté the onions with the oil until golden brown. Add the chilled vegetables and stir briefly. Add the soup stock and seasonings to taste. Cook on a low heat for around 20 to 30 minutes. Step 2. Preparing the toast slice. Spread butter on both sides of the toast slice. Add the herbes de Provence. Fry on both sides in a non-stick pan. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the soup in a soup bowl with the fried slice of toast. Rights and ownership notice. This audiobook is published and distributed by Testberichtdienste LLC. All copyrights, publishing rights, distribution rights, audio rights, and related intellectual property rights for this work have been lawfully and exclusively acquired by Testberichtdienste LLC. Testberichtdienste LLC is the sole and unrestricted rights holder of this audiobook, including the right to reproduce, distribute, publish, monetize, and publicly perform the content on digital platforms such as YouTube. The original manuscript files, source documents, and contractual acquisition records serve as proof of lawful ownership. The original author and/or their authorized representative, Renovatio LLC, has transferred all relevant rights to Testberichtdienste LLC in accordance with applicable copyright and publishing law. This ownership applies to all current and future uses of this work, including audio, video, and digital publications. Effective date of rights ownership: the 1st of February 2026. Any unauthorized use, reproduction, re-upload, redistribution, or claiming of this content is strictly prohibited. Copyright Testberichtdienste LLC. All rights reserved.